Oh,
Officially in vacation mode. So he's ready to head south.
Yeah.
He's got the contacts, and I can wear his sunglasses. The
Yep.
beard's gone, so he's gonna be cool. Hang on, we
I
got
can't.
YouTube
Maybe
going.
I should try again. It's
All
been a
right.
couple years, but they even the multifocal ones and all that. It's like, no, this ain't working.
So okay, hello, welcome everybody.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Tammy. This is Lance. We are the Journey to Healing, part of the Journey to Healing team, and we're here to get you going on your journey. We're in excited mode, so we are in vacation mode in 1 hour. That's after after this class, we are officially packing and ready to go. So we're gonna get there,
I
but
don't know about packed and ready to go.
go
We're
pack in.
packing.
Ready. We're just ready for sunshine and warm and
Yep.
yeah, so we're doing good. Lisa, welcome everybody. Welcome Lisa to our tribe. She's our newbie. Just come in. She has a beautiful backstory. I can't wait for you guys to get to know her. I told her a little bit about all of you that she's just going to fall in love and be right at home here. And I'll let Lisa come in and share whatever she's comfortable sharing, but she's got a lot of life going on, a lot of the gut punches that we all have dealt with and a lot of people here have. So I know she's going to fit right in and be loved on and pushed through and carried through by all of you because her story just fits right in with everybody here. And that seems to be who we are and what we do, but that's life. And we're learning to deal with it as a tribe. So let's get some checking in doing, and then we will come down and let Lisa share a little bit her story at the end of the hour if you're ready. Diane, come and check in.
We're gonna start off
We're
with
gonna
Diana.
jump right in.
Bam. Phone. You just muted my microphone.
Oh, too bad.
Hey guys, I'm doing all right. Had a really good day today. I don't know if it was, well, I got some different compression socks for my legs, so they didn't hurt much. And I don't know if it's a combination of that or my ketones were 3.2 this morning. So maybe
Yeah.
that's
Okay, so let's just say what a win that is. Anybody that doesn't know, Diane's had cortisone shots that she's been dealing with, trying to get her glucose.
Yeah, exactly. Monica,
So
thumbs up.
yeah, good work. Nice work, Diana. That's awesome. So keep going.
so, yep, been doing good.
Good.
Getting the glucose down there. It's been under 100 like 3 days in a row now, I think.
Nice.
That hasn't happened, but for quite a while now. I'd have
Yeah.
to go
Good
back and
deal.
look, probably 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yep. Since probably the day you got your shots. I mean,
Yeah, that was the second. So,
yeah, so you were killing it to that one in you.
yeah.
So and just so everybody understands that, cortisone shots, cortisone sounds like what? Cortisol.
Yeah.
So,
I
so
almost wish I hadn't done that, but it does
yeah,
not seem to have done much good for my shoulder. But oh
yeah.
well, had to
You got to
try.
learn that lesson on your for yourself because you got to be able to convince yourself that ketones in circulation are a better painkiller than any injection they're going to give you.
That and the lower glucose gets the inflammation out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
when you get down that low, that's what it takes. But it takes a while. I mean, you have to do what you got to do in the meantime, but just know that the harder you work and the tighter you keep your numbers and the lower you get everything, the the less you're going to hurt. It
Yeah.
really is the truth.
Well, I've been pretty radical this week. I've had 3, 4 days now that I ate one meal and I was done at 8 o'clock, and that was it.
Woo!
So
Wow. Nice. That's
that's
not,
good.
and does everybody hear what she's saying? That's 9 o'clock, 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. That is not an 8 o'clock a meal at night. That is one meal
Putting
in the
it
morning and being done.
That's putting it together.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pushing some chemistry. So that's
That's why
amazing.
you have 3.2 ketones.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I'm assuming so, yeah.
So I think that's going to be my next step. So I'm coming up behind you, Diana. I'm going to try it with you.
All
We're on
right,
vacation, so we're
awesome.
gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
Now, I
I'm
don't know. Mainly why I did that is because I just started this new job and I go to work. I work 9 to 4, and I'm like, I don't want to come home and eat at 5 o'clock in the
Yep.
evening. So it's
Good,
like, I'm
good.
gonna stuff it in before I go to work and
Yep.
be done.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what though, that's the way to lay it out and think about it. Just kudos to you for choosing to do it early instead of late.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't work out very well when I wait much past 4 o'clock or so.
You know what? If we took a poll of just about every person in this group over, and we got 1,500 people in that group. If we took a poll on that, anybody over 40 would probably say the same thing. I mean, it's just that eating late just does not help our chemistry
No.
at all. You know, kids might be able to get away with it, but even at them, I bet you if we check the kids, it'd be the same problem. So good for you, Diana. Hang in there. I'm proud of you for the work that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Keeping that going, doing that when your numbers aren't perfect and easy. That's not an easy job to do. So good job.
I want to say something real quick to you too, Diana. I know you're starting to feel good and you're moving more. You got to watch doing too much too quick because you'll get sore and you'll get hurting and you'll put your body in a place where it's not ready to be yet,
Yeah.
even though you
Well,
feel good.
I haven't walked. I was walking real regularly and I haven't done it for 3 weeks. I just decided to let this shoulder rest. Now I've got this varicose vein situation. I don't know whether I guess I need to call the doctor and say, hey, can I walk, or is that gonna make it worse? Or
Yeah.
You got to find that, and this
Happy
goes for a
medium.
lot of people too. I mean, I've done it myself. I feel really good, and I go and I start doing stuff, and it's just, oh man, I went a little bit too quick, you know. But you get that excitedness because you feel so good, and
yeah,
just
that's
watch. You gotta do it mindfully.
And make sure as you get moving again, you're keeping those fats up so
Yep.
you stay fueled.
yeah,
So keep fueling those ketones. So you got
that's
this.
been a real tough thing for me because I've never felt this good in years. And it's like I just want to go and do something, walk, do something, but
Yeah.
What a blessing, though, right?
yeah,
How many
it is.
people
It
can
is.
say I haven't felt this good in years? Most people are
Oh,
saying, "Oh."
I haven't.
So
It's amazing. If you'd have told me 6 months ago or whatever that this could happen, I wouldn't believed you.
you
Ah,
didn't believe me.
that's
I did tell you.
well. Good
I love
job,
it. Good
Diana.
job, Diana. We're proud of you. All right, come on in, Liv. Come and check in our in-house rock star. So, Sue, wait till you hear Olivia's story. Or Lisa,
Lisa.
sorry. Olivia gets a regular DBR of 4. So she's the one
Wow.
we all reach for to try to get that DBR, but she didn't start out that way. She's done the work, but she has mastered this chemistry. So I love
I think
just sharing her
I
story.
think my wife is crushing on you, Olivia.
I do. She knows that. That's no secret. Liv's part of our team. She has mastered this whole process, so we get it. So come on in.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, thank you. She's right. It wasn't always that way. I struggled at the beginning. When I very first started this 6 years ago, I didn't really know what I was doing, just kind of floundered for a year or two until I found some people on YouTube that kind of helped me along the way. But anyway, so last week I finished the 8 weeks of 8 weeks in a row of 72-hour fast. And I've done so many through the years that usually I take 1 or 2 weeks off where I don't fast. I just do intermittent fasting. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'll probably do 2 or 3 weeks of that and just kind of just take a little break from it and then probably start over again. So things are good right now. Everything's quiet at home, and I'm it's nice when things kind of stay stable and you can, cook the foods you want. And yeah, so things are good right now.
Good.
Good.
Awesome.
And just know Olivia has it mastered. So anybody, if you have problems and you see her over in the group, she is a good one to listen to and ask the questions because she's worked through all those struggles and she's mastered it. She travels with us when we travel, and I will tell you, I love watching how she shows up. She has a plan. It's packed. It's ready. It's measured. It's good. So she's our incentive. So we're gonna try to do the same thing. I'm gonna show you guys our cooler that we get packed for the car. It's gonna be Olivia inspired. We're gonna do it. So good job, Liv. Nice
Thank
to
you,
see you,
Livia.
hon. Yes, thank you. Come on in, Nancy. We'll get you in early so you can go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm back on track, and my glucose is in the 80s now, so feeling a lot better and just staying on track.
Nice. Everybody knows Nancy just went through the hurricane season down in there, so she's been under a lot of stress. So Nancy, I'm proud of you for holding in there and having that glucose at 80 in the morning. So that's a win. You got this.
Yep.
Nice job. All right, get ready for bed. Tell Daddy hi. See you in a week or in a few
Yeah.
days. So
Yeah,
I'll get a hold of you when we get down there.
Yes, sounds good.
Yes. All right, Dawn, you want to come check in?
Hello.
Hello, dear.
So it's been a few weeks since I've been here. the first week I was missing was Milton's fault.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
we were without power for 4 days, but if that's the worst thing, then I'm certainly so blessed. But and then
stress.
we've just had some bombshells in our family as well. My husband's cancer is back, and that has kind of
I'm sorry.
so I mean, I know God has a plan and doesn't make it any easier. So he's going to have to go back on chemo and radiation. He's really looking at more carnivore. So um, I'm going to have to get a little bit more strict so I can support him. But my numbers haven't been too bad, even though this last week I kind of buckled down a little bit. So my numbers are pretty good. But I started eating more, not non-keto, but still keto stuff, but nuts have carbs and all of that stuff where it's just too much. And so I kind of, was struggling a little bit, but kind of got back on course. And I was looking at the dashboard on my Keto Mojo. And when I started the 21-day metabolic kick, my numbers trended with glucose. Most of the time it was over 100. I might get it under 100 with a really good fast. 110s, 120s was very normal. The average for this last month was 93. And so I'm really happy about that.
Nice.
I still want to keep it going in the right direction, but I do feel encouraged, even though things are tough. But
yeah,
I'm here. I'm good.
Hang in there, Dawn. We're proud of you. And the one
there.
thing I would encourage with your husband, first of all, we'll be praying for you, but with your husband, I would encourage not just carnivore, but to keep those fats up, to keep ketones in circulation for him if he can.
Yeah.
I guess if I ever had to do it again, that would be the biggest thing I would be working on, is trying to keep ketones in circulation. They just help. Think of it as your fighters, to keep those fighters in circulation for him.
He is the student. Like he's the one that introduced me to drboz and all this stuff. And he's like, he studies everything, and he's working really hard. Like we were on a fast and my ketones were over 3 and he was like 0.6. And it was really frustrating him. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of kick it up. He's going to do an extended fast here soon. So
good.
And I'm right by his side. So
put his armor on and we'll all be praying and fighting with him. So keep those
Absolutely.
ketones up and keep him going. So we got you. Let us know if we can do anything to help.
Thank you.
Yep.
Come on in, Monica.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm doing good generally. I do have a question. Oh my God, it's kind of embarrassing, but
You're good.
I'm eating a lot, and I'm hungry.
Feed your body then. Listen to your
I've
body.
got I'm like 2,300 calories and I'm gaining weight because of it, right? But I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm like, I'm hungry. So I don't know, but maybe it could be because I'm waiting until like 6 o'clock because I log off at like 5:30 to work, and then by the time I get my food's done, and it's like 6 o'clock. Do you think maybe I should shorten that?
I'd back that up a little bit and have something prepped and ready so you can either eat while you're working or eat a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
With the other issues that you had going on too, I would say your hormones are probably all kicking in. So you're probably just getting leptin and ghrelin woke up. So that hunger hormone is making you feel hungry, which is what we want to happen, that we want those hormones all working. So that's a good sign that, we want you to feel hungry, be able to eat, and then feel full. We want that rhythm, to get established. And feeling hungry is a new feeling for a lot of people that has been I can't even say starved. Just, how many of us went through life of just, I ate the scraps off my kid's plate, or what, I wasn't hungry. I could go all day without eating. I'm fine. No, it was just because my leptin and ghrelin was probably starving to death because I just didn't eat. All the hormones will get working now, and hopefully that'll all level out. But don't worry about the calories, but make sure you're staying in, watch your macros for the carbs, make sure your carbs are staying low, but fats and protein fill up. I mean, if you're getting your fats in it's hard to be hungry if you're really hitting all those fats.
I am. And then my only worry was like, oh my gosh, because every program, right? I'm the one that's like, I have a famished like every 2 hours. And I'm like, what the heck's wrong with me? I don't have a tapeworm, I don't think. So I'm
I
like,
would
I just don't want it to happen here. I'm like, no, this is going well. Like, what's going on with me?
just make sure that you're like when you put the stuff in chronometer and stuff, make sure all
Yeah.
your macros are set correctly and your chronometer, go through your chronometer again and make sure your weight's correct. You the amount you want to gain or lose is set correctly.
Okay.
Because I know that I went through a process where I was really, really hungry. Come to find out, I wasn't even getting close to my fat macros that I needed.
Okay.
So I had to overabundant hit those fats on a regular basis, and then my hunger went away. So that you may want to check that out. But
Especially if your weight is
if
shifted.
if
It
you're
can.
hungry, you need more fat. Your body's saying, "Hey, I need more fat. I need more energy."
Okay. I'll check into that. Thank you.
Make sure
Mhm.
it's right. And if you have any struggles with that, go back into the course under chronometer and you can watch the video of making sure it's set right.
Yeah.
And just know this, anybody chronometer is updated or something because something is different over there. So if there is something that seems really off for you, give me a call and let me know and we'll try to walk through it together. Because I had one the other day that it was like it is just so low and I cannot find why it's setting up so weird, why it's got things set just really different than it used to. So if you're one of those that, hey, something just doesn't seem quite right. I mean, it was like 23 grams of protein or something like, yeah. So let me know if anybody else hits that. I don't know if it's an update. I don't know if there's a setting on the back end somewhere that's just needs tweaked or something, but let me know if anybody else notices anything. Okay.
Thank you.
Good job, Monica. You got this.
But hang in there.
Hang in
If
there.
you're hungry, another spoonful of butter.
Butter makes everything better,
That's
right?
right.
Come on in, Sarah. Yep, got you.
There
There you
she
go.
is.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm still bad at that.
You're fine.
All right. I'm still just trying to get my fat up and my protein normal where chronometer says. And I'm getting a cold. And so I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually getting a cold or I wonder, like last time I saw you guys, I was talking about how my blood pressure has been going up.
Mhm.
I wonder if it's because I've been trying to get my fat high and I've been using dairy. So I don't know if maybe it's a dairy sensitivity, if that's causing the blood pressure and maybe giving me a cold like symptoms. I actually asked Dr. Barry in one of his live chats and he said, yes, dairy can do that. It can
Remember
cause.
when you said you was drinking all that dairy and I said, be careful because that'll backfire?
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, you know.
It usually does backfire on everybody.
Someday the carbs will be too much, but it didn't occur to me that other problems would maybe arise. So I'm trying to cut out the dairy. So day one, no dairy.
Nice. Yep. Dairy is something for a lot of us that, again, you guys have all heard me say the story. The dairy, heavy cream fits in my macros perfectly. I'm 0 to 5 carbs a day. Cream fits perfectly in my macros. I have more than enough room in my numbers for it. But every time I put it in my body, my numbers start creeping back up and it just, I have to do it in my eating window and sparingly, it's just one of those, you got to learn those lessons. Ultimately wipe it out and do something different. But absolutely, I would bet the inflammation that you're feeling stuffy or anything like that, I bet you it's the dairy, especially knowing what you just said last week. I'm letting myself have all the dairy I can have. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh no, don't do that. So,
really helping. My ketones were going up, my blood glucose was going on, my DBR was really coming down,
but it'll backfire on you. So
not the way to go. So
Yep.
So I some eggs with the bacon grease and so I'll have to experiment with like tallow and stuff if I can find. I can't find tallow around here, but
I'm telling you, I need to go down to our butcher and start shipping stuff to you guys because
yeah,
they throw the tallow and stuff away. Like, I'm like, come on, just sell me a bag. Like, just give me a bag. I'll render it down. I'll cook it. I'll do whatever, but just give me a bag of fat. Come on.
Yeah.
They went back and got me in a bag of fat and brought it out. But, I mean, those things will get easier and easier. But Sarah, I would really recommend you find good, true fats, not through dairy and cheeses and stuff like that. Get the olive oil, avocado oil, beef tallow, bacon grease, all the things. Oh, nice, Don. Yes. There is a tallow there right on in Amazon that you can get. It's in our storefront, our Amazon storefront over on the website. You can go there and get beef tallow right from there. So, yep.
Okay.
do that. Please use our link if you can. That really helps us.
Okay.
So yeah, but experiment with those and try to get the whole fats in, because first of all, getting just the fats in like that, your protein won't get pushed up,
Right.
all the other things. So, and then wiping out that cream, you're just cleaning up one step at a time. So good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice work.
Yep.
Who we got? Hey, Clay, come on in.
Hey, I've had a really good week. I saw the ophthalmologist. You all probably don't know, but a year ago I had a small neurological stroke where I was wearing an eye patch over this eye. Um, and so I saw him. That's healed very nicely. He said that I went over what I've been doing for 3 or 4 months. He said I'm at the highest level of care. I'm doing great. I also saw my regular family doctor. You know, my uh, fatty liver is uh, still there, but improving. And my labs were good, kidney function good, all those things. So she was pleased. Uh, with everything. I see the blood pressure specialist next Monday. Um, I'm still I did a 3-day fish or sardine challenge this week along with my wife's, and that always lowers my glucose and improves my drboz ratio. So I'm probably going to be using that every week, and trying to add in some fasting as well. I wanted to say, I don't know, so for beef tallow, I just cook ground beef and uh, put the fat to the side. And if you let it set, it will separate into like the gelatin at the bottom. And then you can take that, if you're using a good quality beef, uh, that white is pure. I actually will take it and put it in the freezer. And so once it's in the freezer, you can scrape the impurities off, and that stuff
Good
is
stuff.
liquid gold. I mean, it's so clean and pure. You could use it on your face.
Nope.
I mean, that sounds terrible, but you could literally
Nope.
make your wrinkles better.
You can whip that stuff up, and I mean, beef.
I could, but we get through a local butcher, and I didn't get any say in the fat content of the ground beef that we have.
Yeah.
So it's like super lean. And I used to be like, oh, this is wonderful. I don't have to drain anything. I can just cook my meat, not all runny. But now,
and Dr. Barry has that way of cooking bacon where you cook it in like a Dutch oven and just layer it and stir it, and then I pour that bacon grease. I've got so much bacon grease. I'm
We've
like
got pork
rotating
belly grease right now coming out our
Yeah.
wazoo. But here's the beauty of that. Save all that, because all that grease that you're using, that is what I'm making mayonnaise with, and cooking with, making my eggs in it. We're doing the pork belly right now. I got sick on the sardines, so I've been just using one food, and we're going on we're on the 3rd week of eating pork belly and eggs. I mean, we're keeping it stupid simple, just eating it.
We're having breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. And all that grease that's coming off the pork belly. Now I'm seasoning the pork belly with the chili lime from Redmond's. I'll have that recipe and video coming up, but oh my gosh, it's so good. The grease that comes off of that then has that chili lime flavor in it. And I made mayonnaise out of that. So then you get a really good mayonnaise out of the flavor with the bacon grease. So save all that. Those are the perfect fats that you need. It's the fat coming off the hamburger. It's the fat coming off the pork belly. It's all those fats. That's cheap, free, and easy. I look at it. Most people are throwing it away, and it's just leftovers from the food. Butchers have it. You can get it even at the grocery store. Get the fatty hamburger and save the grease coming off the hamburger.
I want to bring up a point too that Sarah kind of hit on a little bit. You got to watch when you say ground beef. The norm was to go for the super lean ground beef. Oh, that's so much better. It's actually, you can get the better ground beef by going with the cheaper 80/20
or 70/30
or 70/30, because the other people don't want
70/30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. You got this. Good job, Clay. I'm proud of you. Anybody doesn't know Clay's backstory, man, he's a walking testimony. He truly is. He was in the 21 day, and his body, the changes that he made in those 21 days. I'm just so proud of him. I really am. It's just good. So good job, Clay. Come on in, Diana.
Diana Lewis,
We
she
just-
was just over on YouTube and she was asking, I should be able to get to this class. So I kind of had to explain to her a little bit. So welcome, Diana. You got to hit your little mic. You got to hit your
You're
little
muted.
microphone because you're muted. We'll get
And
everybody.
anybody that-
There we go.
there you go.
Okay, I have YouTube going on in the background now that I'm in Zoom, so I'm hearing two.
Turn the Zoom. Turn the YouTube
down.
off.
I know, you
Or
would think
mute it.
I could, but I cannot find the blasted thing. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. I'm sorry.
Welcome to our tribe. You fit right in.
Thank you so much. I was texting and thank you for the response back.
You're welcome.
I crashed and burned and I thought, I can handle it. I can just get back on and my body's going, who are you kidding?
Who you kidding?
My insulin resistance is showing itself tried and true, 111. I mean, I haven't been over 100 since before the kickoff. And my ketones, I was flirting with 4.9 at one point. Now they're 0.2. It's just amazing to me how
Reality.
yeah, and I crashed pretty bad. I just went for my old habits. It was an emotional eating binge about 3 days. I did a sardine fast and here I am one day and it hardly moves the dial. So it's just back at it.
You know what, though? There's something really to be said in the brain health in that of don't take it as a fail, take it as a big learning experience. You learn from every step of that. And we've all done that. We all get going, things get going great. And, you get so far in, the fun wears off and the honeymoon phase is over and life gets real and you get a gut punch. And it's one of those moments. This is where you got to learn to work through those moments and not revert back to those old habits and skills. Remember go back through are you still over in the course? I don't remember.
I was in the last course. Oh, in yours, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay. If you go over there, you can get in there and there's a whole lesson if you do get in there on doing that brain health and using your journal, just like we talked about in the 21 day, using that journal and journaling so that you can look back and say, okay, that's where I was struggling. This is how I handled it last time. But keep asking yourself, what is it you were looking for through those 3 days? What was you looking for the food to give you? Was you tired, stressed, lonely? Sick, whatever you were doing, try to work through the actual process of what was you looking for in those carbs and sugar and binging.
And truthfully, it was just a hands up. I was discouraged. I got discouraged. My numbers weren't good enough and I was working so hard and poor me. And I might as well just give myself comfort by my old fallback.
We've all done it. So
You're not alone.
You're not alone. I would really encourage you to get over in our group. So you can get over in the course with the people through the week.
Understand.
And get back in there. That's what happens. That's why we're here. And that's why it's continually an open, we used to only take people in at certain times. And it's like, no, you know what? You need to be able to jump in when you need to jump in. So go ahead and get over there, go to journeytoketo.com, get your butt in class, and I'll see you there.
Thank you.
We'll work on that.
Appreciate the encouragement.
But the other thing too, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't
learn from it.
Learn from it. Move forward from it. Don't let it knock you down and knock you backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair. Good.
Anybody that is wanting to get in, if you're not in the coaching groups, coaching groups for November are open now. This next week was the 5th week, so there won't be a class next week. So you have all to get in there, get going through the courses, and we are adding lessons in. If you are in the course, refresh it because we're continually adding new steps in there and new lesson plans going in. So as we come up with a new lesson that we want to teach everybody, we're adding that to the course. So you got to refresh your screen so it will give you the new and latest. So any announcements we put at the top about our days of that we'll be traveling is in there. Any announcements I want to share with you are always at the top of the course, but we're adding lessons in throughout that course. So be sure you go back through them. Don't just say, oh, I read that one and go on, because we're adding stuff to it all the time now.
And we always add videos, all the videos of other classes, replays, all kinds of stuff we keep adding to it. So we're trying to get you guys as much information as we possibly can.
Yeah. And once you're in that membership and in that course, that all that information that he's talking about, the videos, everything will be there. We're building a library. So when you want a day that you want to, I need to review week number 3, you can go over and get 5 versions of week number 3. And it keeps changing and growing. So we are building a library over there. So when you become a member, you have access to as much as we can give you. It's just that will always be there. You know, we don't take that away. And we're getting ready to add. Here's one thing I do want to throw out. We are getting ready to add a recipe section on the back end of the website. So if anybody has truly, and I want to say this as drboz keto recipe.
Yes.
Not if Dr. Boz could sit and look at your recipe, would she approve or not approve? If you have any of those, email them to me. I'd be happy to share them. We're going to build a whole section of recipes and stuff because people want recipes. Now, most of us veterans, by the time you get through the veteran, clear into a veteran, we don't do recipes anymore. We eat the meat, add the fat, cut the crap.
Yep.
So, but some people still want recipes. So go ahead and send me them. If they're Dr. Boz approved in my head, then we will post them on the website. So if you have any good ideas, let me know.
Thank you for coming in, Diana.
Thank you, Diana. Welcome back, and get back on track, and do not be running and hiding.
Now we have 2 Dianas.
Right. Get over in that course or get over in the course, but get over in the big group and share your numbers and share your journey, because that's where you're going to find people to help pull you along.
And reboot. Get back to the basics.
Yep. Who we got left? Martine?
Looks like. And
all right.
Hi.
Hey,
hi, Martine.
Can you talk?
Yes, I can talk. In the video too. I just was like lurking in the background.
Come and share. Come on in. Welcome.
I didn't realize I'd be on the spot, but that's okay.
We put everybody on the spot.
Everybody on the spot. Welcome to the tribe, part of the family.
Well, it's my first time here, so I was just like popping in, see what this is all about. So yeah, it looks very interesting, dynamic bunch.
Oh yeah.
Where
are you from?
Great. I'm from Ottawa, Canada.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And my name is Martine, so it's a French Canadian name.
Martine.
So.
Yep.
Beautiful. So how's your keto chemistry? Where are you on your keto journey?
It's not going too bad. I mean, I'm consistently keto for about 2 months. I started about August.
Okay.
It goes up and down. The sardine challenge usually drives it up really nicely, nice and high. But it's calmed down. I'm still like always above 1. So I know that people struggle, but I seem to be okay at 1.5, always above 1. So the reason I'm doing all this is because of diabetes. So I have some high numbers that I really need to manage to bring down. So when I started back in August, I was I'm Canadian, right? So those are Canadian numbers, but I think the H1B is the same for both. So I had was it 11 or 14? It was very high. It was really high. And so I said, oh my God. So so right that minute I went strict keto, not carnivore, but strict keto. And then I managed to get those numbers cut in half. So now I'm averaging, I gotta do the multiplication. It's you multiply by 18. So I'm having I don't know if you guys understand the Canadian system, but it's like 7 or 8 in the morning is my fasting average. So that's 8 multiplied by 18. I need a calculator for that. I can't do it in my head.
Yeah.
So
Got me.
let's say in American terms, they would be still too high. It's around 144.
Yeah.
So it's still too high, but I'm working to bring it down. Yeah. So I'm hoping that staying consistently keto, it will go down.
And just know too, as a beginner, we always say that magic number is 20 to get that glucose down. But really and truly, if you ask any veteran on here, our magic cutoff is 10 is probably max. Most of us are at between 5 and 10
grams of carbs.
And it's just riding at that 20 mark for most of us north of 40 or 50 years old. That 20 mark is still rough. So if you're still struggling, if you're staying there consistently and you're hitting that, then you either need to work on your eating window or what's going in. You're either still putting in too much or something. So
By 20, you mean the DBR?
No, the carbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
carb count.
Carb
So-
count.
Yep. So work on that. If anybody, I did put the group coaching session up there in the chat. If anybody wants in the group that's not in it, you're welcome to get in. For November, it's now open. We're finishing up. We finished up this week for October, and November is open if anybody does want in to get the help. So you'll be there.
Okay. 20,
Welcome,
yeah.
Martine. I'm
Yeah.
glad
Thank you.
and glad you're here, and welcome to the tribe.
Dawn
Thank
Marie,
you.
did you have a question? Did you ask a question in the chat?
You mean me? I didn't.
No, Dawn Marie.
Yeah,
Oh, Donner.
well, so if I was to join, like
You would
there's
I would probably here's a good question. She said, does she come in as a beginner? Now I know Dawn Marie's chemistry enough to I know that she's probably an intermediate, but here's what I'm going to encourage everybody to do. And it's just a little bug in our system, but here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Come in as a beginner because that will stay in your dashboard. But if you go through it and you say, hey, I've done all this, mastered it, I'm good to go, you call me, you text me, and I'll bump you to intermediate. That gives you the access to the library that's in beginners and the library that's in intermediate. And as long as you're a member, it will stay on your dashboard. So it stays right there for you. If you jump in at intermediate and you crash and burn a day and you need to go back to beginner, I can't move you backwards in our system. I can move you forward, but I can't move you backwards. It's just a glitch we don't know how to work through yet. So it's one of those moments. Come in at beginner, and if you want bumped up right away, call me and we'll move you forward. But I want you to have access to both beginner and intermediate in case 6 months down the road, you're still working the program and man, I crashed and burned, life kicked me in the gut. Now I need to go back and clean up some beginner steps. So that goes for everybody. Come in at the beginner and I gladly will bump you up as soon as we know you got beginner stuff mastered. So yes. So thank you for that question, Dawn.
Yeah, Joanne Potter over on YouTube said, I should have done that. I just made the mistake of joining intermediate.
Right. I know. And we didn't know the system did that till we tried
Absolutely.
it. And it was one of those, oh, okay. So we got to figure that little bump in the road out. But in the meantime, you'll have access to both of them. And Joanne, if she wants to change that, you can cancel your intermediate and sign back into beginner if you'd like to, and then move forward again, and we can bump you forward. I just can't bump you backwards, but you can do that. And as long as you're a member, you get access to everything that you sign in for. So you're good there. So, all right, Lisa, welcome to the family. Welcome to the tribe. Come on in, and everybody give her a big old welcome and come in and share whatever you're comfortable sharing right now. I know you're going through a lot of deep emotional family stuff like that. So come on in, Lisa, share what you're sharing.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for having me. Very much motivated to hear everybody's story. I feel very much at the beginning. I have not, I'm in California. My life has drastically changed in the last 4 years. Life has definitely punched me in the gut. From every which way, from parents to children being diagnosed with cancer to becoming disabled myself, you name it, I've had it happen. So I'm starting at the very, very beginning. I have the app, the chronometer app, but I haven't calibrated it. So, I'm going to start this slow and easy and do the right calibrations, make sure that I'm in correctly. I have the little Mojo, but I haven't used it. I haven't even taken it out of the box.
Okay. That's okay. One step at a time.
But that's okay, because I think that's part of why I was so overwhelmed. And that's why I'm here today. And Tammy, you said something that really kind of stuck with me. It's time for me to love myself because I've been giving so much to my family. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good deal. And don't lose that mindset. You just said it step by step. You said you take it nice and slow. Master each step at a time. And that is the golden mindset to have, because it is going to be a journey. It's not a sprint by any means.
Well, and if anything, I've learned in the last 4 years, being 61, life has a way of slowing you down.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you don't listen, God makes you listen.
Right. You know what? you heard me say this, though. There's no accident. We've all found each other as a tribe, and God is bringing the people to us that are like-minded and sharing the same journey. And I mean, I know pretty much everybody on this screen, and I will say I don't know anybody that has an easy path. That we have seemed to find each other to help each other through the misery and the heartache. But you know what? We do have a plan. God does have a plan, and we are all trying to follow His plan. And you're so right. If we don't slow down.
I've always said, and I am a firm believer, but I always said that God has a strange sense of humor. He really does. And
Amen.
sometimes you just got to dig it, man. You really do. It's like, oh, okay, Dad.
I was trying to do it on my own, and I just kept getting so overwhelmed. And that's why I finally reached out to Tammy, and I finally realized that seeing all the things, the chronometer, the mojo, everything, it just was a little overwhelming, and I needed that other piece, the tribe, to help me over even the first hurdle.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of feel like today was the first hurdle, me reaching out and becoming a part of a tribe so that I can move forward.
Too cool.
Nice. Welcome. We are so glad to have you.
So
and
glad
we will be
you're
praying
here.
for you. But that is exactly the course. When we say we're building a course over there, that is exactly why we're doing it step by step over there. And I'm not writing lessons over there to drag it out and make it longer. I'm right.
I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. Sorry.
No, I kind of read it out of the corner of my eye.
Embrace the suck. Who said that? Was that Monica?
Monica.
So right. Embrace the suck. I love it. That might we have
another little tidbit. My son-in-law is a Marine, and he's stationed in North Carolina, and I'm getting ready to be deployed in 2 weeks. And he gave my daughter a patch that they got as an award, and it says embrace the suck. So it's just kind of funny that she typed that.
Yeah.
Again, there's no accidents here, but that is why over in the course, when you get into that membership over there, it's week by week, it's broke down. So you take it in bite-sized pieces. If you're in a mood that you can binge it and watch it and run, and if you're not, then you take it in bite-sized pieces. That's why I didn't put a bunch of lessons in one.
I love it, because some weeks might take me too. Maybe even
sometimes, but you know what? Then I'll hit a mood where it's like, okay, I can engulf all of it. I can suck it in right now, but my brain's working and I feel good. But then other days it's one little, you eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to have that mindset, and just know everybody starting out in this, you don't get to hopscotch through the steps.
Mm-hmm.
You have got to master. There is a reason Dr. Boz made this a 12-step program. All of us that have done it, because I will probably say every veteran here probably has, I'm just going to skip over that because I'm fine. I got that. You crash and burn and you come back and you got to start over.
It's exact same thing. This is what you would talk about with God. This process works the same way, because you jump forward and the process will say, nope.
Has a way of kicking you back down. To the beginning. Start over.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway,
we got
grateful
this,
to be here.
Yes, thank you and welcome. Get over in that
Thank
tribe.
you.
I'm telling you, get over in that big group on Facebook. And
I will.
There is such a group of love. This is Nancy, Diana. You'll see Olivia over there. Monica's over there.
Yep.
There's so many people that are over there, and we're just
Sue Farrell. We're missing Sue tonight.
Yeah, where's Sue tonight? She's camping, I think. So all kinds of good stuff and good people. So get over there and share. You'll love it.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we have a couple of now. Did we get everybody?
Did we get Nancy?
Yeah, you did, but I want to interject something.
Uh-oh,
yes, here she comes. Come on in, Trouble.
Martine, a fellow French Canadian.
Here we go.
Nice.
Generation here in the U.S. So nice to hear you.
Nice to hear you too.
I don't meet too many.
There you go. We're a rare breed.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
So that's it. I was so excited.
Okay, Nancy, I'll remember your name.
Yes, and look at my last name.
Baudouin. Well, there you go.
Oui.
I love their accent.
All right.
On va parler en français. On va toutes les mélanger.
There you go. A little French. There's a little French for you.
I love it. Excuse me. All right, we have a couple announcements. You guys know Hack Your Health is near and dear to our hearts. It's one of the conferences that we love and we travel to every year. They did move it to Florida next year, Tampa. And it's not until next November. So you've got over a year to save for this and get planned on it. But the code right now that you can use, our JTK code, if you get your tickets now, they progressively will start going up October 31st. So if you get your ticket now, you can get, I think, your ticket for all 3 days for $100.
Yes, 99. It's
It's
it actually our
crazy.
the code JTK takes off
Uh-huh.
$100 off the price of your tickets.
So
So it actually is really beneficial to buy your tickets early.
get your ticket now and then save for all the other stuff, but it's going to be next November. So we highly, highly recommend it. We will be there with our team. Olivia, I think Wayne will be there. Everybody we're hoping to take our whole team down there. So it's going to be a good one. I can't wait. Robin is in Tampa. Dr. Boz is in Tampa. Benazati's in Miami. So
there's a lot of good people that show up to this Hack Your Health. And it's just amazing. It's a wealth of knowledge. Through different speakers, through different workshops, through different vendors that are there. I mean, it's the whole gamut.
Robin has just moved the game up. I mean, she's just raised the bar on it.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing. It's a good one. So we really, really recommend that one. Anybody that's in the courses, make sure you're reading the announcements at the top because it does have the dates and stuff. Whereas Lance and I will be traveling this weekend. We're going to head down to our condo in Florida. We're going to take you guys along with us where we can. Wi-Fi at our condo is a hit and miss, and with the hurricane, I don't have no idea. So when we get down there, we will go live with you guys and share what we can share with you. We will get there and take you on the way. We're going to show you how we travel, and without jumping off the wagon, we travel just fine with it. We love our chemistry. We know that we can get in that car and fast and go as easy as we can. He takes off driving and we are good. When he gets his ketones going, he could drive for days, I think. So it's a win-win. He can drive, I can sleep. We're good. So it's good.
Hey, Tammy, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
On the what were you just talking about?
The course?
No,
Hack Your Health?
the conference. I don't
Your
know. My
Health.
brain just went blank. I think it's like $79 if you want to be able to watch it again later. Do you know if that price will change too, or
The
And I don't
virtual,
know.
I think the virtual stays
That
the
might
same.
stay the same.
That stays the same. It's just the money off on the tickets decreases throughout the year as it gets closer. They give less and less off. That's how it works.
I'll find out for you though. I'll be talking to Robin probably this next week while we're down there. So I'll try to ask her.
I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to before the end of the month. But I think it was
Yep.
$79 to get to be able to
virtual.
watch it again.
They'll put our code in so she knows you're one of ours.
Yep.
So they'll help keep that in there. Yeah.
They track everything.
Yeah, it's neat. It's kind of neat. So
But they're good people. They really are.
good people and a great organization. She's really growing it with some love in her soul, and it's good people. So she'll be in there. What else? Courses, JTK for
Yeah, if you know anybody that wants to get into the coaching classes, November classes are now open. Get over there and see if you can get some friends in there too. Like-minded people, we always like to stay together. So
Yep, we got this. Any questions? Anybody? How's YouTube doing over there?
YouTube is good.
How's Joanne doing?
Joanne's
Any
good.
questions over there? Anything coming up?
No, ma'am.
Everybody good?
Yep.
All right.
We want to thank you all for being here tonight.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for all your love and support that we get from you guys. And it just keeps driving us to do more and more. So we just
Really
appreciate each and every one of you and all of your support.
We hope to get recharged down here this week. We will be all of you over in the group. Please keep the conversation going. Keep helping each other through. If you need us, make sure you tag us in it. If it's a question that you want us to handle, make sure you tag us in the post. That's how we know we see it for sure. If it comes up and you've tagged our names in it. So do that. Let us know how we can help you. And we will see you guys on the road next week.
Have a great week.
You too. Love you guys.
Have fun.
See you soon, guys. Bye.